the award for the loudest voice when I was student teaching. It's the only good thing I did when I student taught. But, so I do have a loud voice, but I some of you probably already know that Pete Peterson, who usually joins us, isn't here. That's my stepfather, who was married to my mother, Grace Croyle-Peterson. He couldn't be here with us tonight because he's been ill, and he and Jerry are at home. He's been in the hospital a lot lately, and I thought that it would be nice if when we videotape you, you'd say hi to Pete, because I'd like to make him a tape of this and send it to him, because I know he's missing being here. So I'd like to go around the room and have each of you tell a little bit about yourself, and I'll start to give you an idea of what to say. My name is Elaine Bezanson. My mother was Grace Croyle. She died in 1988, and she was a Zezula, and who was a Zavacek, and so that's where we are. My grandma was Emma Zezula, who was a Zavacek. Isn't that right? Do I have this right? Okay. So that's where I fit in. I'm living, or was living, in Lexington, Virginia with my husband Randy, who's videotaping there. We have two children. Melissa is 18 and Peter is 22. Melissa just graduated from high school and Peter just graduated from college. So we're on our way to be free and independent, and because of that we've moved with our U-Haul to Wisconsin for the summer, and we're going to be living in Iowa City for 6 months next year, and then we don't know where we're going to be. If we sell our house, we are free, but if we don't, we'll be tied forever to Lexington, Virginia. So that's where we are, and let's see, where will we start? Where will the easiest for me to start? How about right here? King for a day. King for a day. No, you don't have to stand up. Can everybody hear if he doesn't stand? Okay.
I'm Doug Holitz. My mom, Viola. Lived in Cedar Rapids all my life. Never moved away. Hopefully I won't have to. I work for Lepidbeer. They're reorganizing and setting down the plant, but I think I'll stick around. I have 3 sons. Oh, hell, white.
First things first, huh?
Yeah. 3 sons. They live all over the country, and close to Minneapolis. And I get to see them. The others, Albuquerque and Mexico and Jersey. And I guess that's about it. Oh, grandchildren, got 7 grandchildren.
Wow.
Name them all in order.
In order?
Can you do it?
Well, we'll start with April, and then Josh, and then there's my other son's got 4 boys, Ricky, Ryan, Aaron, and Andrew, and then a granddaughter, only, and that's my son. The other granddaughter is married into it, so she's 17 years old now, so that makes us pretty young grandparents for a teenager. And then we have Mackenzie, and we have a daughter.
It's impressive.
Joanne?
Well, I don't know that I can really add a whole lot to what he said. Other than to say that in addition to all that, I'm also employed at Rockville Collins. It used to be Collins Radio. And I've been there 25, 26 years, and hope to retire from there in a few more years.
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Michelle Chatterman, but it makes sense if you
Okay, George. George says.
Hey, George Chatterman.
Elaine?
My wife's Joanne. My mother's Lillian Chatterman. My father, Milton. His mother was a Slovak. So that's where I come into the picture. My son Derek and his wife Michelle, and their son Eric. I'm a farmer, half farmed all my life. The way it's going, probably farm the rest of it. We have a family farm corporation in which my mother and myself, our 3 children, and my wife are members of. We operate around 1,500 acres of row crop and do some custom work on the side to stay busy. My other 2 children, Dan, graduated from the University of Iowa State University in Ames. Come home, stayed on the farm for about 6 months, decided he wanted to see what the other part of the world looked like. So in January he took off and went to China, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia for 4 months.
Australia too?
No, he didn't get there.
No?
No, he had it scheduled, but he just didn't run out of time. And we come back home in May and found a job working for a farmer's commodity in West Des Moines. So he's right in the thick of the thing where Chicago Board of Trade is doing business. I have a daughter, Tamara, who graduated from high school. She is going to San Jose State. She'll be leaving in 2 days for orientation, come back for about 3 weeks, for a month, and then she'll be gone out there. My wife is a private flute teacher.
Flute?
Flute. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, right.
I guess you would say I'm a musician. I try to play whenever I'm asked, and I played with the Sea Rapids Community Theater and the symphony and the municipal band and concert chorale, and we're on in various churches. So I have a lot of fun doing that. I have 30 private students this summer, and really enjoy my music. I'm the secretary treasurer of the farm corporation, so I do a little bit of, that's how I work on the books. That's about it.
How about you two? Would you like to say something?
My name's Derek Chanema, and I'm George's son, and this is my wife Michelle and my son Eric. It was being awfully good here for a while.
Very good.
I graduated from Kirkwood Community College with an associate's degree in ag marketing. This spring is when I graduated, and I have come home and I'm working with my dad on the farm.
I am just one class away from the Associates in Marketing Management at Kirkwood. So for right now, I'm Eric's mom. At the garden.
Great. Yes.
Well, I don't know how much more there is to add to what they've all said, except that I have 2 daughters, and Darla, who lives in Santa Cruz, she happened to be one of the unfortunate when the earthquake came, and she,
It's hard to tell.
anyway, Lanita lives in LA, and she's a voice teacher, and she has around 30 students also, and and she has 2 sons, Timmy and Bobby, And Timmy works in LA, and Bobby's in Omaha, Nebraska. And Darla has a daughter, Alicia, who graduated from the University of Duke in Durham, North Carolina this May. And she majored in agriculture, in Spanish and math. And right now she's in Ecuador because the girl that was going to school there wanted her to come to Ecuador for a while. So there was 3 other girls that decided to go too, so they're all in Ecuador right now. And then I have a granddaughter that's only, well, she'll be 9 now in October. And she goes to Happy Valley School, that's close to Darla. And I don't know, anything else?
Darla's and her husband Jeff are what we call entrepreneurs when it comes to trying to work with corporations to help top management understand what lower level employees are thinking, and to get top management to work together more closely with themselves and see management as a total entity instead of it's us versus them, or it's me versus you in a corporate office. And they're into video presentations, retreats, things like that. It's rather involved in, I know what they do, I just can't explain it.
Okay, Marilyn and Edith back there. You want to tell where you all fit into the family, Marilyn?
Not much of talking. My grandma was Emma Zezler, and my mom was one of the original five sisters, and she is the oldest one. She's 92 right now.
She'll be 93 in March.
And until we still live in Shirley Park, Illinois. I am a school bus driver for handicapped children. I've done that for about 5 years now. We have a dog named Boogie, a white one.
A beautiful one. Is he a husky?
He's an American Eskimo, or a Spitz or something. And I do about, this year I'm going to do about 4 craft shows on the side. So, other than taking care of her, that's all right.
You want to speak, Edith? You want to just say hi to Pete, because he's going to get a copy of this. Pete? Yeah, remember Pete?
So I did
Yes, you do. She gets along real well. I saw you get out of that car faster than I could have.
Yeah. Yeah. Take care of yourself.
We'll tell Pete to take care of himself, and he knows you think about him. Great, thanks. How about you two? Want to start with, where's Deb? Oh. I should have known. Maybe we should start with you, Donna, and then you can introduce your children.
Well, I'm Donna
Children.
Deedy. My children, my child. I live in Kansas City, in Overland Park, Kansas, and I have a daughter, Henrietta Amiel, and she lives in Manhattan, and she's 85, and a sister, Edith, and her mother was Emma Zesla. And I work at the Salvation Army in daughter's a flute player, used to be, a former flute player. My husband Dick is the one who's been doing all this family history and kind of gathering us together on paper. And I told him it's one of the most wonderful gifts he can give me because now I feel connected to something. So often we're kind of isolated from each other. And it's just been nice to know that we're all connected. Our daughter Debbie and her husband John.
Hi, Pete.
And we're real sorry Pete isn't with us tonight. We missed Emily too.
You want to tell what you two do and where you live? Debbie and John?
Well, we live in the same place, we live in Overland Park, Kansas. Also.
That's good since you're married, I guess.
Yeah. No. She means the same as that.
Oh.
We're not too far away. We're not too far away from Dick and Donna, so
They're in
that's
the same city, I
kind of
think.
nice. Kind of nice. I'm a mechanical engineer. We have a small dog that goes crazy when Debbie plays that flute that she talked about a little earlier.
So I don't do it very often.
We don't have any children yet. Soon.
Real soon?
I work at Sprint. I'm a project manager in the employee development department. And our team helps people find out where they most need development and what kind of training they can most benefit from to do the best they can on their job. And I'm trying to finish up a degree at Georgia Tech. I hope to do that hopefully within this next year.
How do you do that?
That's a long commute.
I just have my dissertation left. So I have a professor there and a committee. And
You don't have to go back.
not very often.
Probably 3 more trips.
Yeah, finish the classes and exams and everything. Dissertation. About it.
Hey, Barbara.
Yeah.
Barbara,
Huh?
it's your turn. You can introduce your family.
What is there to tell? I've told it all.
I haven't heard it all.
Huh? Not you? Well, I'm Barbara Croyle-Puls. Why don't you come over here, Bill? They can see you with
So they can see me?
So they can see you with me.
She wants you to hold her hand while she talks.
So they can see Brenda.
So they'll see her later. Now you come on over. I don't know what to tell.
Well, what do you do, Barbara?
Nothing. Yes, you do.
My family has never seen her.
Tell it again.
Abe Lincoln used to like to tell the story
No, Bill. You're not
about
going to
the
do
guy
it.
who got himself tarred and feathered, and as they were running him out of town on the rail, he said, "If it were not for the honor, I'd rather walk."
Jack likes it. Okay, Barbara, what do you do?
I'll tell you what I do. Absolutely nothing.
She's lying.
You know, I have a printing business, which I've been running for about 32 years with Bill part of the time. And Chris is now moving into the business, and I'm going to retire, and my retirement is going to be raising cats.
And we just happen to have a picture of the cats that she's going to be raising here, so if anybody
Which I
hasn't
have
seen
raised.
them, you might want to look.
And I'm sure you all have.
And if anybody would like to purchase a cat, we may have one
It's only
for you.
$600. I mean, after all. I paid $1,200 for mine.
And you have how many children and grandchildren?
4 children. Brenda is 1. Pam is the oldest. Chris is the other. And and Greg is the photographer that took those pictures of the cats. And he does that professionally. And he's recently had a picture put in McCall's magazine. Oh, the June issue of McCall's magazine. He's got a picture. Photograph.
It's an honor.
Okay, Brenda, oh, I'm sorry. We're done?
That's okay. And why don't you tell what you're, what you're doing?
What I'm doing?
Bill's just recently retired and having
This
fun.
is silly.
His makeup's
Ironing and washing. Sweeping floors. I have a great time. Someday, Barbara will forget about her animals, and we'll go take a trip someplace.
Oh, well, we're gonna go to England in December. To a cat show.
And Brenda, her daughter, is here, and Gino is somewhere out there with the sleeping Michael, huh, unfortunately. And this is Jack, and Brenda, why don't you tell what you do?
I'm Brenda Puls-Papillo. As she said, my husband Gino's out in the other room with my son Michael, and this is my son Jack, the one that won't sit still for longer than 30 seconds.
He's doing great.
Basically, I'm at home with the 2 kids. I do some accounting on the side at home on my computer. My husband Gino is in sales. He sells material handling equipment. Other than that, there's not much to tell.
But whatever there is, it must be funny. Maybe we need to know something else.
Jack, is there something to say?
Jack, would
Do
you
you
like
have something to say? Would you like to say something to the camera?
No? Okay.
Would you like to say something? No. Okay.
Say hello, Pete.
Say hello.
You want to say hello to Grandpa Pete? Not today. Okay. Next is Ed. This is Ed Lodge, and he was married to my sister who died in 4 years ago in February. And Ed is joining us, and we're glad to have him here. And Ed is now living in Cedar Rapids after you moved everywhere. Lived everywhere.
Yeah, well, we live in 2 different places.
Yeah. We couldn't, I have so many lines on my address card for them that I've crossed out.
Well, we lived in Texas, in Illinois, in Maryland, in Florida, and California, and Iowa.
What's all
And
the
Illinois.
traveling
Oh, you got Illinois.
overseas? Did a lot of traveling.
Barb says she doesn't do anything. I really don't do anything. A little consulting work if I can find it.
In accounting.
Yeah, with manufacturing.
Chris.
Chris.
Well, I work at Tall Labor Company. I do everything. And I live at Hammond and soon to move out.
And tell them where you graduated.
Purdue.
Okay, let's see. We need to go to this side of the table. Who's the, I guess Viola, you should start here.
Well, my mother was Agnes Chatterman, and of course, Dad, George, Agnes Wojcik, and Dad, George C. Chatterman. I have 3 children, Doug, Levant in Diamond Bar, California, and Joyce in Tucson, Joyce Lutz, Levant Pomeroy. Levant is working as a teller in a bank, and Joyce, well, she was a teacher, but she hasn't worked for quite a few years. However, she has taken up music. She plays cello, she plays in an orchestra, she plays in ensembles, and she thrives on it. Of course, she has a boy. I have 7 grandchildren, 10 great-grandchildren. Levon is also a lover of cats. She and her husband. Her husband is retired. I have a picture of the cat here. They had a show cat. And, am I forgetting something? I'm so happy that Doug and Joanne are here. You know, with my children, Levon in California, Joyce in Arizona. And I love to play cards, really. But I know that. I think that's
What city does Joyce live in?
Joyce is in Tucson. Her husband is with IBM.
Oh, I see. And what about Levon? What city is it?
Diamond Bar.
Diamond Bar.
Her cats, and
They have children, you said?
Yes, they have 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. One daughter in North Carolina, and the boy is at home. And Laura is also in California.
Well, I can remember Levon and Joyce coming over and we used to can corn. You know, my mother? Oh, I can remember that. And we used to fight. I'll never forget how we used to fight. Daddy and Levon and Joyce. Never fought. We used to always try to outdo one another. It was so fun.
I learned things really I do.
Okay, Ann Savacek.
My name's Ann Spavchik, and I have 2 daughters, Marlene and Dorothy. Marlene lives in Des Moines, Dorothy's here, and I live alone, and I enjoy my life. And
Who were you married Talk about to? Who were you married to?
I was married to Ann Spavchik, and he died several years ago. And so,
talk about your piano. How about your
I
piano?
play piano.
You have students?
I have some students now, and not very many, but they come and go. Keeps me busy.
I guess. Great. And Marlene?
And I'm Marlene Woltz. I'm Ann Savacek's daughter, and I live in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm a dental hygienist, work part-time. I have 2 daughters, Kathy Sarby, who lives in Naperville, Illinois, and Sharon Hutt, who lives in Plymouth, Michigan. I have 2 grandchildren, Nicole Sarby, who lives in Chicago, and Brian, who lives in Plymouth, Michigan. And my father was Ed Savacek, my grandfather Frank Savacek.
Dorothy?
My name is Dorothy Evans, and I want to tell Pete that we miss him and it's not the same without him, and we wish him well. Hope he can join us next time. I've been widowed for 2.5 years. My husband, Albert Evans, was at Rockwell it was Collins Radio in the early days. He joined them in 1950, and in the early days, Grace Croyle and he worked together. And he was with Collins Rockwell for 38 years. We both retired in 1988. I from teaching public school for 28 years, and I taught the early grades, preschool through 3rd grade at different times. We had 2 children. One of them is here tonight. She'll introduce herself, Chris. And our son, Eric, lives in Iowa City. He was a teacher for 7 years, and then he had a change of career and went to medical school. And he's now on the staff of the University Hospital's residency, family practice residency clinic. And he would be with us tonight, except that he had my call. So that's my students. And let's see, what else can I tell you? Oh, what do I do? I'm retired. I'm retired, and I spend lots of time doing the things I never had time to do before. Working with teacher groups, promoting better retirement for teachers. And I spend a lot of time with my grandchildren and my mom. And is there anything else?
I have 7 great-grandchildren, 1 on the way.
Oh, okay. I have 3 grandchildren, but I'll let my daughter Chris tell you about them. This is Chris Evans.
Okay, I'm Chris, and I have 3 children. Adam is 14, and Aaron and Sarah. And my husband is Alan, and Alan works now out of our home. He's a salesperson for a company that's based in Grand Rapids, Michigan, called Herman Miller Corporation. He works for the Mill Care Division, selling a product that's a pharmacy card card, a computerized pharmacy card for hospitals that can barcode drugs that are distributed to patients in hospitals, and then it's kept tracked through the business office and all. And he's at an air show with my 14-year-old son tonight, or else he would be here. My son is very interested in becoming a pilot, but he's entering high school in the fall. And as a percussionist, he's a drummer. So he's really excited about being in the marching band. Erin, do you want to sing?
We'd like to have Erin and Sarah speak too.
I'm Erin, and that's my mom. And I go to school at Franklin. I'm going to be in 7th grade.
What'd you say?
Okay, I play the piano and cello. And I like swimming. And that's all.
And Sarah?
I'm Sarah, and I'm 9 years old. And I'm going into 4th grade. And I play piano. I want to
Start the flute.
Flute.
Ah.
And I'm the director of an early childhood program, and we work with young families and of children birth through age 5 in a state-funded program. I write grants to get money to run the program at St. Paul's United Methodist Church in Cedar Rapids. And we do a lot of parenting groups and work with 3- and 4-year-olds in preschool classrooms. And I play flute also, and enjoy accompanying children's choirs at our church doing avocados. It's fun to pick it up again after many years of not playing. So I'm enjoying that. There are.
What I find really interesting is listening to everybody and the connections that there are among the families, because my mother and my sister both played flute. My daughter plays the cello, but the artistic end is really interesting. How many musicians and photographers and so forth there are. So.
Why don't you bring Jack in? I'm happy to say something.
Jack, we did. He wouldn't say. He wouldn't talk. We've already got through that. We tried twice.
We don't have Rand or Dick.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, you do Dick, and then, yeah, you do Dick. And,
I'll go first. Dick can take a picture of me taking a picture of him.
Oh, come on.
Dick and I take pictures.
I'll do it with your camera and listen, and, well, you do it.
That's right.
It's out of battery?
It's just like
Okay. Well, we can't go ahead because you're talking. Whoops. You want to get Dick changing the battery?
There we go.
We could do this.
There's part of the results of it over there. I think I know more of the family and their connections than Donna does. We've dug through an awful lot of photographs, and through many of you here, I've been able to dig up an awful lot of information, a lot more than I ever expected to find. I do enjoy being part of the family and accept it as I have. I worked for 37 years for Champion International nationwide paper printing sales, and also co-owner of a printing company, and hopefully in the next couple of 3 or 4 years take early retirement. And other than that, I just want to mention that Dorothy brought in all of these pictures and materials that Esther came from Esther's home. And I'm looking through it. I noticed that there's an awful lot of these pictures don't have any identification. I would like to say, you know, working with this thing firsthand, when you're going through your photographs, take the time to write down who they are and approximately what year they were taken, what the connection is, because someone's going to be looking at those down the road, maybe 20 or 30 or 40 years. But I really enjoyed looking through, and a lot of pictures, we got some great pictures, we don't even know who they are. But basically, I was asked to mention that these are part of the family, and she wants to get them back to the family of the family that's left of this chain. But before you do that, I would like to make sure that I have these pictures scanned in the computer for the genealogy. So afterwards, please come up here and take a look, and if any of these pictures are your immediate family, why, let's put your name on them, and either take them now, or I'll get them scanned and back to you as soon as I get them scanned. So look these over. If there's anything else to add to that, other than that, I'm enjoying the family. Thank you.
Elaine?
Yes. Well, I really appreciate everyone coming. It's been really fun to meet some new people that haven't been here before, and to
On yet?
yes, you're on now.
We're on.
Mhm.
How fast? You're supposed to say hello to Grandpa Pete.
Yep, this
Hi,
is
Grandpa
a
Pete.
bridge game in honor of Grandpa Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Oh, well, you're ahead. This isn't getting his honor until. Hi, Pete. Wish you were here.
Hope you feel better.
There's Lorraine with her broken arm.
Yep.
Here it is.
And Elaine's taking a picture of my bridge hand so she can.
Yeah, let's see your hand, Randy.
Yeah. Clear. Wait a minute. Pass, pass.
Yes. I'm still thinking.
Hmm.
It is a good hand, but I don't know how to
Here are
do
the
it.
dogs chewing on Shakespeare. Shakespeare. Look. No, no, no,
Shake,
no,
sir.
no.
Shake, come here. Sit.
Shakespeare.
Turn around. Okay, now sit.
Sit, Shakespeare.
Sit.
Sit. Sit.
Sit.
Shakespeare, look over here. Look over here.
Say hi, Pete. Hi.
Sasha, how are you?
Yeah. Well, Sasha.
Call her.
Come here, Sasha. Okay, now you turn around. Sit.
They don't
Sit,
want
Sasha.
to
Sasha.
cooperate.
Say hi, Pete.
There, she's waving to you, Pete.
She's worrying about the other dog.
Getting sniffed all over.
She just has to start growing a little bit.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Grandpa Pete, this is Melissa, your wonderful blossoming granddaughter. I'm up in Wisconsin. I'm wearing my uniform for work right now. You notice the black jeans, the nice vest, the white shirt, except my hair isn't pulled back and it's supposed to be. Just about to go to work. I'm working 2 jobs, waitressing at 2 different places. One is a resort that's close to home. It's called Lakewoods, and the other one is called Four Seasons, and it's a smaller resort. And I'm working 6 out of 7 days a week, but I'm earning lots of money, so I'll be able to afford college life. Going to Grinnell College next year. It's in Iowa, close to you, so I'll be able to come visit every once in a while. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have friends. I'm up here all by myself with my family. There aren't any other teenagers around. I don't know who my roommate is for college yet, but I'll find out really soon, and that'll be exciting. I hope you're feeling better. I hear you're not doing so well. Feeling a little down. Haven't been doing enough dancing, so I hope you're better so you can go out and kick off those shoes and jump up and down like a teenager again soon. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Out there's Randy and Peter fishing with the dogs. Looks like they might have caught something. In a minute, I hope they'll show us what they caught. There's the boat dock over at Lorraine and Pete's. And the sunning dock with the benches. And up there in the woods is where Lorraine and Pete stay. I'm standing on Randy's rock dock that he's been working on for about 15 years.